Everybody got me? Well, first of all, I want to say it was from the time we got off the bus at Hog Walk all the way down into the stadium and through the entire ball game, I want to commend our fans. It was a great environment for a home opener. I was very impressed, and we appreciate that. I want to credit Portland State. I thought those guys, as we knew, would come ready to play. We knew that those guys had nothing to lose. We knew we were going to get their best shot, and we did. And I want to give those guys credit. They played our tail off. Never will I ever apologize for winning. There's no such thing as a bad win. You win and you correct. Now, you may not have played as well as you want to play, and we didn't at all. But we won, and we're going to be able to correct off of this, and we'll be back in here tomorrow and see this football team improve going into a big game next week in Oxford. And so we got a lot of stuff we got to correct. Played a lot of young guys, but that's part of it. I thought our defense played well. I thought that they swarmed the football. I think we lost contain on the quarterback, and really he was kind of their spark. They got them going and kept them going, especially in the first half. And we have a couple personal fouls, which was just totally unacceptable, which resulted in points. You can't do that. That's not who we are, and so those are things we got to get corrected. But overall, defensively, I thought we played well. I thought we got after the quarterback. We forced him off his spot, but we lost contain too many times, and that'll be something that we'll continue to improve on. I was very disappointed offensively. Didn't think that we really ever got into a rhythm. I was by design. I was going to play Nick. I didn't know exactly when I was going to play him, but opportunity to get him some reps, and that's what we chose to do. What I chose to do, and I thought he did okay. Thought he did some things. As Ben, we were just okay. And we'll continue to improve. We got a lot of work to do offensively, but not the performance that I wanted to see from an offensive unit in week one. But we found a way. And I thought there was some good things with some of the guys that made some plays. I thought you saw Traylon Burks make a few plays. We missed him on a few throws that we had him open and couldn't get the ball to him. But Trey Knox had a big catch right there from Nick in the first half. Was disappointed right there at the end of the first half that had an opportunity to kick a field goal. We were signaling. I was signaling the clock to kill the ball, and we had one of our signalers were signaling a run it again call, and so it was some miscommunication right there. But I thought we had an opportunity to kick a field goal, and that's on me. I'll get that corrected. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Raise your hand. We got a mic to you. Tom.
Yeah, Chad, I was going to reference that.
Mm-hmm.
The last two possessions of the first half, you get down there and you might have a chance to pull away
Yeah.
a little bit. And then you missed on the one, and then you missed on the other. How frustrating was it?
Yeah, it was really frustrating. We had a big play, Cam Curl interception. We get the ball down there, and we couldn't get it in the end zone. Actually, turned the ball right back over to him. And so that was disappointing that we couldn't come away with some type of points. And then right before half, I thought we managed our timeouts as well as we could to get the ball back. And we got down there, and again, it was a miscommunication, and that was completely on me.
Chad, what do you think of Ben's play overall? Were you surprised he didn't play a little bit better? And did you think about using Nick more? And I know he was limited. What do you think of Nick?
I thought Nick did well. I thought Ben did well. I don't think either one of them did anything that would shock you. I thought Ben managed the game. Got us in some right calls in certain situations. We weren't in all the right calls, but I thought he was just okay. I didn't think we played very well offensively at all. I think Rakeem Boyd had 114 yards. We did do some things there. We ran the ball for over 200 yards, which is a goal of ours. But overall, just the flow of things offensively was entirely too many third downs. Just wasn't what we want.
When you were going to play Nick,
Mm-hmm.
what was the thought process behind putting him in at the end of the second half?
Yeah,
second quarter.
I wanted Nick to get in some meaningful snaps. and just see how he could respond. And
Did he know that it was only going to be for those two series?
he knew he was going in, but we didn't sit down and say you're going to play 2 series. We wouldn't do that. But I did tell him, and he knew that all week long, that he was going to go in, and he was going to go in sometime in the first half when the game was in some meaningful moments, and because I wanted to see how he would respond, and so that was it.
Last year, Coach, you had 5 interceptions in 12 games. Today they had 3 different players. Talk about that.
Well, again, I think that's credit to our defensive front. I thought our defensive front, forced him to make some impulse decisions. And, I was pleased. Joe had one, Cam had one, and Jaquez had one. I thought, and both Cam and Jaquez was a really good pick. So I thought that was more of a credit to our defensive front.
Were you screaming, get down on that last
I was about to tackle him. And we worked that. We don't work it enough, but yeah. He knows.
Chad, their defensive scheme, looked like they played their linebackers 7, 8, 9 yards deep. Was that taking some alleys away from y'all, what they were doing?
Well, we knew what they were doing. I mean, we had prepared for it. It was a little bit different. It's the flex front, which is back in the old school days. That was the common defense. So there's a few things that can mess with your rules a little bit, but overall, I mean, we knew they were either going to roll into cover 2 or going to stay into man.
Hey, Chad, I guess you just decided to hold O'Grady out. He wasn't quite ready, and didn't see Gerald play in the second half, so assume something happened to him. And then how's Caps?
I don't know. I haven't talked to the doctors yet on Caps. We'll find out. I think we'll figure that out probably when I get back in there. CJ just wasn't ready, and so maybe he'll be ready this week. But and then Dorian Gerald, we just chose to keep him out the second half and just to continue to monitor him.
What was he?
I don't know exactly, what it was, but it had something to do, with I think he got his bell rung or whatever it was.
Ben, is he definitely your starter for next week? And did you think about playing Nick more?
I didn't. I thought that our possessions were limited in the second half. But no, we'll go back and we'll go back in and reevaluate, and Ben will be back in there next week. And we got to get these guys ready, though. I mean, this is a long season. And these guys are going to have to get themselves, and we're going to have to get them ready. And right now, you get them ready in ball games. So.
What did you think of Portland State's last drive, the one that led to the touchdown? Just seemed like a long penalty-filled drive, and then they pull out a 4th down play.
Yeah, well, they found a way to make to make that 4th down play. Their tight end we knew he's a really good football player. We were around him, and he just went up and got the ball. But too many defensive penalties. I mean, we jumped off sides. Had a couple freshmen jump off sides in the neutral zone. They snapped the ball. But our guys found a way right there. And I mean, it was they got empty and was going to run the quarterback or throw the slants on us.
You also had, I think, 5 or 6 sacks. Could you maybe talk about what the scheme was on that, and then how were you able to establish your run? What did you do well in the run game?
Well, I thought that from a sack standpoint, the pressure that we're able to put on with our defensive front helped as much as anything. Sometimes we were getting to him with 4 and forcing him off his spot. We should have had a few more than that, but give those guys credit. I mean, the guy was scrappy. Both of those quarterbacks were scrappy and made some plays. But I thought from our run game standpoint, I thought we did some good things. We had some mistakes that we had some MAs, missed assignments early on. But I thought once we got a few things cleaned up, we were able to run our inside zone and our counter and let our backs go to work and find the ball or find the crease.
Chad, you got to jump. Go ahead.
I was just curious, just to kind of follow up on that. There's been a lot of focus on the offensive line, and where were they today? And how? And I guess you had to get something out of Stromberg there. And how did he do?
I didn't didn't recognize him when he was out there, so I guess that's a good thing at times when offensive lineman gets out there and his name's not called. That's probably a pretty good thing, at times. But we'll go back and reevaluate that and see. And we know he's going to be an incredible football player. I thought our offensive line, again, a lot of improvement. It's got to continue to be made. Again, one of our goals is to run the football for over 200 yards, and we were able to do that. I thought that our quarterbacks had some time. There was a couple of times that they were flushed. I think there was a couple of times that we were flushed and we shouldn't have been flushed. And we could have sat in there a little bit longer. So, but though that happens, it's a first game. And the great thing about a first game is you get to come back next week. You got a lot of improvements going to be made. And we're able to do a lot of coaching tomorrow off this video.
Yeah, Jay, you said you thought Ben played okay. I'm sure he can play better. How do you expect him to bounce back next week? And you jump right into the SEC play. How do you feel about going to Ole Miss coming off this game?
Well, I mean, we're 1-0. I feel good. We got a lot of stuff we got to get better at. I thought that I didn't think anybody played great, to be honest with you. And from the quarterbacks to all the way down, I thought we missed some runs. Even though we ran the ball for over 200 yards, we missed some runs. We had an opportunity to make some plays out on the edge, catching the football. We missed a few of those. And so those are things we just got to get better at. And a lot of that comes with the timing, and a lot of it comes with just continue to just game. You can practice until you're blue in the face. Until you put them in a game and get off the field, and put another opponent out there that's making adjustments and playing hard too. That's when you really grow. And Ben's a veteran. He's been in this situation before, and man, he as a starter, he's 1-0, and he knows he's got to improve. They all have to improve. We all have to improve. All our coaches got to improve.
So, Coach, do you anticipate starting Ben Hicks next week?
Ben's going to start next week. Yeah, okay. Ben will start. Anything else?
Coach Morris.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Coach, talked a little bit about the freshman wide receivers. How would you evaluate Trey Knox's performance today and also Trey Burke's return punts?
Golly, he was close. I thought if he could broke that one last, just that shoestring tackle right there, I thought he had a chance to have a big gain on it. I thought he caught the ball back there, which is number one job for us is to possess the football. Thought he did a good job of that. Again, we know he's going to be a fantastic football player for us. He's a freshman, and with freshmen come growing pains. But we're very proud to have him. And Trey Knox is the same way. I thought Trey missed a few things. Trey has been limited over the last week to 10 days, really kind of came back Wednesday. So you could tell he was still rusty. And so we anticipate that improving. But we got our hands full next week. It's a conference opener. Going to be a great environment. Our guys will be ready. I can promise you that.
Just a couple more things. What does Devion Warren give you on those sweeps? Could you talk to the importance of that?
Well, we got to utilize our talent, our speed to get the ball out on the edge, and I thought that we did that. I thought that he provided a spark for us. They would come in and play man coverage and sink the extra hat down in the box, and it forces you better get the ball out on the edge. I thought we did some of that a couple of times, and I think that he's again a young man that's a valuable part of our offense.
Was it surprising to you that they got the ball back with a chance to tie the game? I mean, would you have imagined that based on the way the flow of the game was going?
Well, first of all, I was excited that we caught the punt finally to down it inside the 5. But again, those are things that you first game and you get better at. That won't happen anymore. But I thought our special teams played well. I really did. I thought that they were exceptional in some areas today. I thought our punt game was good in pinning them. So I think that's a huge improvement for this football team moving forward. I would have liked to seen them kick it to us so we could return a kick. I'd like to seen that. But I thought overall, we kicked the ball well. And so those are some areas that we were going to build off of and bright spots of this team, and we'll continue to get better. But yeah.
Just a thought on, it took you a little while to really go deep. And were they doing something to take that away, or y'all were maybe not patient enough to look deep?
Well, they would show man and spin into some cover two and then drop the safety in the middle of the field. So they did a really good job of mixing it up. I mean, they had shown when we came, watching them all of last year, they had shown to play predominantly man. And but I think today they played a lot of zone, especially early. We had some shots called early on and just had to get to the check down and get the ball down. But again, that's. Again, I credit those guys. The coach did a great job, had them prepared, and they had nothing to lose.
Thanks, Coach.
Else? All right, thank you.